broadcasting, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, because I said I thought I was going to go solo tonight, but like I said, hang out for as long as you want, man. I said don't annihilate your voice too bad.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes, man. We'll see how it goes.
You have like a bunch of water handy just to keep the old.
You betcha, man. I got prepared, so I'm gonna.
Excellent. We are live. Okay, cool. Yeah. Hey, you're here. Yes. Let me. In fact, do you want to maybe you just hang out and chat for a little bit? Just be chat moderator guy.
I just might do that.
Yeah, gang. Yeah, I thought for those who are just joining us, there's only a few of you in here yet, but we'll slowly but surely get a few little bit of an audience here tonight. I thought I was flying solo here, but my boy Dave is popping up. I didn't hear from anyone. But he sounds like shit. So.
Yeah, I've been responding to a few of the crew messages. We've been talking about other stuff, but yeah, I wasn't sure I'd be making Twitch tonight or not because my voice might go at any moment. So we'll see how it goes.
Just a little cold action, huh? Well, that's all right. Change the seasons. Are you getting seasons? I mean, are you starting to get the colder weather up there?
You know what's bizarre, man? As soon as the kid went back to school, fall hit. Like that morning, it was summer's over. It's fall, man.
I kind of sneezed and the whole summer went by. I don't understand what happened exactly, but we're rocking it out. I'm loving. We're in a nice little stretch of weather here in Michigan where it is just gorgeous. It is like a high of about 70, and it's starting to get a little cool at night, and the humidity's down, and we had a pretty ugly stretch there for a little while, but yeah, so we're good now.
Yeah, I know. I don't know if I'm getting old or what, but I love sleeping when it's cold, and now I leave the window open and it's nice and chilly out. Oh,
yeah, see, I get all snotty. I get not snotty as in like but as in like allergies and stuff leaving the window open. So I don't know.
Somebody said if I can't talk, just use Morse code by slapping my. Yeah. I won't slap it. You know, it's funny. I went to my knee surgeon's office today.
Oh my God! You really are losing your voice. Okay. Keep going.
Yeah, I'm crapping up. I went to the knee surgeon's office and I was like, "Hey man, what's up? I was told a long time ago that I should be getting my surgery here in September. Like, what's the deal?" And they look up my phone and go, "Oh yeah, we called you like 2 months ago." I'm like, "No, you didn't. They had the wrong phone number for me."
What?
Never once did they think to maybe call my family doctor or anything. They just said, "Oh, we called, left you a message, never heard back, so we didn't schedule you." Well, that's fantastic. So now I gotta wait maybe until November, but because they screwed up, they put me as #1 cancellation guy. So I could be in the hospital any day. I said, "Look, man, I live literally like 2 blocks from the hospital. You call me with a cancellation, I will be there, man. Cut me open and get this thing out of here."
Dude, I swear, you're just like. So we have to try to figure out a way, like to like. As like a create a wrestling mode or something, they have like Dave's knee, like Dave's knee as being like a selectable option.
Yeah, it's funny. There's a wrestling school here in town, and they train guys. They put on shows. I was talking to the owner, and he was joking with me about training. I was like, "No, man, I can't possibly train even for fun." He's like, "No, man, your gimmick could be your Kevin Nash's older, less agile cousin."
Outstanding.
Yeah, that's believable.
Dude, all of our ropes are working in this version. I don't think I've played this version actually yet. Because in fact, we had the technical difficulties last week with the latest Bleeding Edge, and the one that I up to Steam here today. I hadn't played this one yet. But yeah, all the ropes are bouncing. I want to see if I can get the blood working here. Keep brain bustering over and over and over again, see if I can get this guy to bleed yet. Boy, the blood seems to be popular.
Well, ever since we randomized it and made it a bit more realistic, it's just
fans are a bunch of bloodthirsty, animals, man. I'm telling you.
Some of the screenshots fans have been posting to the Steam forums or to the Steam screenshots have just been sick. Like, I thought I took some sick shots, but there are clearly some old ECW fans here with the game, man, because they're just creating crime scenes. It's fantastic.
Well, it's so funny. If people who haven't been, we released the update that I have been playing for the last couple of weeks here on Twitch. I finally got that uploaded to Steam today. We had to. Oh, there's the blood. Oh, that's a horror show. Sorry, ADD. we released that here this afternoon, and so now we've got our screenshot mode in the wild now, and people have been already posting new screenshots to our screenshots section on our Steam forums, and I'll show you where everybody where that is here later in the Twitch broadcast here tonight. But people are rocking it out, and this is what I can't wait to see. Is like already you can see people's imaginations kicking in, and yeah, a lot of them have got the bloody dragon sleeper and all that stuff, and it looks great. But there's been a couple of other cool, kind of outside the box stuff that I hadn't thought of before, so that's very cool.
There's one that I love that I never thought of taking. It's just a foot stomp.
Yeah, that's actually the one I posted it to Twitter today as an example of kind of like, wow, this is kind of a cool example, because yeah, it was a kind of an original. He was right, mid foot stomp. He had a really good, kind of an Austin at WrestleMania. Where Hart's got him in the sharpshooter, camera angle, and that turned out pretty sweet. That's actually the #1 screenshot on Steam right now. I
thought I posted a link to the screenshots in the chat room here, but I apparently didn't post the right link. Here it is. That should be the one.
There's our Dragon Sleeper. Yeah.
Somebody mentioned something about the default screenshot that was left in the folder of the build we uploaded. Was hilarious. Who left it there?
That's a really good question, because I'll bet Robert did, because I don't think, because I made sure that my build was completely clean. I downloaded the zip file, and I wonder if he left that. I better check that right now. I'm just curious myself. I wonder if it was my fault. Streaming assets, screenshots. Oh no, there's a blank one. Yeah, what is that? What is that? Oh, Easter egg, Easter egg, Easter egg.
What is it?
It's just a blank. It's just a blank screen. There's a couple of guys in mid, and he's got like a debug thing in the corner. It's like zoom scroll or something like that. It's silly. It doesn't make any sense. But I should. That's on me. I should have gone and cleaned that out. I should have been on top of that to think about it. But thank God it wasn't. Something a little bit more. Yeah.
Luckily, nobody's porn bookmarks made it.
Don't know what you're talking about. There's nothing but good, clean fun over here. But, no, I get paranoid by stuff like that too, because I said I've got a little demo here tonight to show where people where the screenshots and stuff are captured, and I was going through to like, oh God, please, I hope I don't have any, anything too incriminating. But I don't know.
I have a funny story.
I keep this PC pretty clean.
I have a funny story about accidentally posting stuff to the internet. A friend of mine, I'll call him Kenny Bob, just to protect him. He was in the adult entertainment business. He would make, these adult websites. Then every day he would go out and he would post links to different galleries that he made and whatnot to a lot of the adult search engines and stuff, right? So he goes to post his link one day, and you have to prove you're a real human, But he fills out the form wrong, and instead of filling out the description of the link he's posting, he fills out his name and address. So the next day, this major adult freaking website posts his link, something about Girls from Holland, posted by Kenny Bob from 5564 Knight Street, Vancouver, British Columbia. No.
Oh man, well there is no deeper sense of dread, because I had a buddy of mine who did that. Like everybody's worked at a place where some idiot accidentally replies all to the and sends an email to the entire company. Something really stupid. I haven't done that, thankfully. I've come close though.
Knock on wood.
I've had a couple of close calls.
I think the dumbest, most regretful thing I'll do, and actually I take your advice now, and I wait at least 24 hours.
Oh, yeah.
I have replied.
If you're upset, if you're pissed,
yeah.
Never ever hit send ever.
Nope, exactly. I've gotten some stuff that just sent me through the roof, and I replied, and sure wished I hadn't, but.
Yeah, that's a life lesson for you kids out there. Never, wait 24 hours before sending that email is good. Like the act of you writing the email is like healthy and like all cathartic and everything, but never ever send that email. It never works. It never gets the result. All right, tap this guy already. Come on.
I feel sorry, man, for anybody growing up today, going to school, junior high, high school today. Your entire life is documented, social media and everything. There's no mystery, no surprises when you're older. Like, I mean, I'm 40, and to these days, people are still posting pictures to Facebook that we took with little Instamatic cameras. Like, oh my God, I forgot about that day at that party or whatever. Look at us, 1984. You know, like, we're still finding stuff in the archives, but these days, man, there's nothing going to be left to
well, and I mean, they've already said that, like, there is like a presidential candidates in like 20 years. Like, their entire like growing up is going to be have been documented on the internet for all to see, and the things that people are going to get busted for like doing stupid things when they were 13. It's just astounding to me that it, you know, both good and bad, I guess, but I don't know.
Oh, that happened.
Because I cringe even about stuff that I did when I was like 18 or whatever, and I was a good guy. I didn't hardly do anything, but there's still, you know, stuff you just, you know, you're part of being young and stupid. You know, you kind of got to get that out of your system.
That happened here, actually. We had an election in Alberta, and somebody won their seat in the legislature or whatever, and somebody found a picture of her from like 20, 30 years ago where she posed for a heavy metal album cover where she was getting stabbed to death by the band or something, you know, like
outstanding.
Completely innocuous at the time, you know, but these days it doesn't go over too well, and she had to resign over it. To resign over something you did when you were 16, you know,
so
it's
stupid.
crazy.
So stupid. All right, maybe what I'll do here is I'll kind of jump in here. One of the things I wanted to kind of do here tonight is kind of go over how all this stuff works. We kind of glossed over, you know, how all this edit mode and all that kind of stuff works, I think, over the last couple of broadcasts. And so I wanted to go in a little bit of detail and kind of like walk you guys through it so that when you're updating the game, you know what buttons to push, you know where to find all these screenshots and all that stuff, because we want to see your creations. And so the first thing I want to do is I want to customize a ring, and you can find that in that off the main menu in that edit mode. And they've got.
Is this the new? Is this the new one now with the apron?
This is the latest and greatest. So you have a whole slew of these things. I'm gonna find like what's the ugliest one that I can modify? I don't like that one too much. I still don't know what that GA. I don't have any idea what that is, but we're gonna pretend it's fine.
Yeah.
I'm gonna create
a
blood red logo. Canvas extra. I want it just nice and slim. I want no logo, and I want like NXT ropes. No, those are kind of green.
So I call them CZW ropes, man.
Well, that's respectable. I can respect that. CZW is what it is.
Yeah. It's still running. I actually googled CZW the other day.
Yeah, they have they said they have their animate tournament of death and all that stuff all the time.
They do the Japanese spider web of death too. I can't believe they do that. That's
well, I can't
brutal.
believe it's like legal. Like, I always thought some of that stuff they had pretty good restrictions on. Right,
oh man, they're really tight here. We had a really good promotion when I moved to Lethbridge.
Mm-hmm.
It got shut down overnight because one of the heels comes out, making his way through the ring, and he starts yelling at this one kid at ringside. You know, like, "Don't be such a retard" or something, right? Turns out the kid was the developmentally challenged
son come on. That's horrible.
Of the sports commission's frickin'...
Oh, God.
Yeah, he was the son of the sports commissioner, and they were shut down, like, that night.
All right, so I'm starting up a match here. I got my custom ring going. You guys said if you guys watched the broadcast, you saw me kind of do that here. What I want to do is kind of walk you guys through how to take screen captures and all that kind of stuff. We said we did it a little bit. You'll also notice that this guy's kind of a jerk now. He blocks your strikes a lot more often. and of course, you know, that's just what I want, is more difficulty when it comes to beating this guy up. So what I want to do is I'm going to get this guy in a nice predicament. I'm going to try to see if I can get him in that Dragon Sleeper again, because that's just one of the best things ever to take a screen capture of.
Someone captured the perfect sharpshooter. They got the camera right where the guy's reaching out towards the camera.
Yeah, we'll show. I'll show that in a second. It really turned out sweet. All right, let's see if I can get my little ding. Oh, I love it. The nut shot. They've already had like 3 people capture the nut shot on Steam. It's wonderful.
We've actually got some nut shot glitching. The ding sound seems to randomly be attached to the drop kick as well now.
Really?
So, yeah.
Okay.
They say you can recreate it if you do a nut shot and then immediately follow up with a drop kick.
Really?
You can make the ding again, but I haven't been able to recreate it myself.
Yeah, well, so this is why we've got our forums, and for anybody who's new watching us, that is the best way. If you find something fun and all glitchy, take a screen capture of it and then tell us all about it, because that is actually really helpful for us.
The Steam forums is the first place our programmer visits after a build goes live, and he doesn't really participate in forums per se, but he skims them all and makes his to-do list out of the bugs that you guys report, and so far so good.
Alright, so I've got him in a sleeper here, and what you do is you hit your pause, which is kind of the start button on your controller, and you want to scroll down to the screenshot mode, and then hit the A button. It enters it. And we've kind of got this, like I said, this interface. Robert is doing the best he can when just kind of like what art he's given. And so when you first come to this screen, you've got this giant block of instructions, and it looks a lot worse than it actually is. You really can just kind of get most of your work done using the 2 analog sticks right on your controller. You've got kind of the left one that kind of zooms in and out, and then you've got the ability to kind of tilt the camera a little bit more with the other analog stick. So if you keep working your way through that, you're going to start being able to get into some of these things right here. And one of these days, I'm going to get Dave to like not breathe into his microphone.
Sorry, man. I actually think
no, it's completely erotic. Really, it's wonderful just to hear you constantly. I'm sure it's not annoying at all.
That's how you know I'm still alive.
That's right. That's right. That's when you're still connected. Solar storms haven't affected you at all. So what I'm doing right now, as I said, I'm just kind of working my way through and trying to position the camera. If you take a screen capture, you're not going to get all that text that's on the screen. And so you also have the ability, like, okay, maybe I stopped this a little bit early. If you use your shoulder buttons, like the left and right shoulder buttons, you can slowly like go, like increase and decrease the speed at which the animation plays. So you can really dial in. And oh god, that's way too much zoom. All right, let's just say that is going to be good enough for right now. And then when you finally have something you like, you just hit the A button, and you get a little thing that says "Screenshot saved successfully." And I'm going to save a couple more here, just for like fun. We'll get one out here, another screenshot, and let's just take one from like a good zoom angle. Sorry if this is making everybody dizzy. It's making me dizzy too. And I think there are other tighter controls, but like I said, this is just kind of what I end up using. And then we'll grab one more here. And then you just hit the start button again, and you go back up and you resume your match. And what I'll try to do is I'll see if I can like tap this guy out. I'll get a couple more where he's got some blood going. Yeah, because I want to walk you guys through too, because that's something that took me a while to figure out, is where in the world are these screenshots being saved. So I'm going to try to like just end the match here really quick, because you can't leave a match unfinished.
It looks like some people, depending on how they have the game installed, have been having the screenshots go to a different default directory too.
Really?
I've been reading that in the
well, that's okay. Oh, that's a good screen. I'm going to capture that one right there. Screenshot mode.
You know what, man? I think I'm gonna have to tap out on this Twitch myself here, man. If I don't grab this NyQuil quick, I don't think I'm gonna have a voice anytime soon. So
it's all good, man.
I think I'm gonna leave you to showing people all this cool stuff we got. We got cool stuff coming in the next update. We've already got the switch to the back grapple animated. We're going to use some moves for that. After that, we've got some flying moves polish up, and we're going to be able to call it 1.0. We also, while Robert waits for animations, we've been working on getting the actual level built out with an animated crowd and whatnot. But again, that's going to start very basic as we improve it as well. But yeah, we got some new things coming, hopefully next update.
Wow, you almost got that out. You say you're getting a little squeaky on me, but hey, I appreciate you hanging out.
I tried, man. I get an A for effort, right? All right, yeah, I'm gonna tap out and talk to you guys. I'll see you all on the forums later, man. I'm gonna go and take care of myself. I'll talk to you guys soon.
All right,
cheers.
See ya. Bye.
Bye.
All right, let me know, chat. If all of a sudden my voice disappears from the broadcast. I think Dave will just end up muting his mic, but just in case, let me know. All right, let me tap this guy out here really quick, see if I can get him to tap. Yeah, gang, sorry, it's not going to be real exciting tonight. Our boy Alex is not going to be available tonight, so you're stuck with me and all my non-animating glory. So maybe a quick one tonight, but keep those questions coming in chat. I'm kind of peeking over my shoulder here while I'm playing the game to see if there's any questions in there. But just keep firing them. You guys have always done a really good job of giving us questions and stuff, and so anything I can answer along the way. And yeah, especially if you have glitches and anything that you're spotting, because like I said, we do kind of the best we can, but this is like, these Twitch broadcasts are the longest I ever really play the game in any capacity. Let's see if I can actually just pin him here. Let's see if he's dead enough to pin. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Sweet. Pinfall. Okay. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back to the main menu, and I am going to temporarily hide the game capture. I'm going to hide Skype, and I am going to hopefully not incriminate myself too badly, but this is where I have found the screenshots to be located. This is my standard Steam installation. You guys may have something totally different, but this is, like I said, this is where I was finding my screenshots. You go to basically your main computer local disk, your main hard drive, and you're going to go to program files, and this is a mess. This takes a long time to get to. There's a folder there called Steam. There is a folder called Steam Apps, a folder called Common, and then there you're going to see all the games you have purchased, and obviously you're going to go to Pro Wrestling X, and in there is a PWX data folder, and almost last but not least, there is a folder called Streaming Assets. You double click that, and ta-da, screenshots. And there's the one. Okay, I've completely backtracked myself because this is where they were saving for me. I wonder where they're saving now. Hey, who wants to go looking through Eric's hard drive looking for pictures? Okay, gang. Well, ignore me. I guess I thought I had that all figured out, and now I'm guessing you guys are running into the same problem where oh, that's just really going to get squirrely. I better hide this before I reveal like too much of my stuff here. Yeah, we're going to do a little organizing. If you guys are in chat and know exactly where those things are being posted, please by all means go for it. I'm going to have to correct the FAQ on our website because I thought for sure that this is where they were being saved. But perhaps I am wrong. let me see. Let me see if I am running this directly from Steam. Here's the trick. I've got several applications running on my hard drive, and what I can't tell is if I'm running my Steam copy of the game or if I'm running the one that is running locally. Let's find that out. And it looks like I am running my local copy. So if I fired up my Steam copy, that is where those screenshots are going to be saved. But because I am running off of a direct build right to my hard drive, they're being saved in a different spot. Basically, you're trying to get to that streaming assets folder, and usually if you do the directory that I just showed you, that's where they're going to be. So yeah, it is saved there for me. Okay, cool. Yeah. And if you guys are smart enough to start digging through the hard drive, you're going to be smart enough to find those screenshots somewhere. They're just named basically, if you're looking for kind of like do a find, it is just basically screenshot 1, screenshot 2, screenshot 3, screenshot 4, etc. all the way down. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys now where to put these things. Like once you find them, you obviously guys know that we've got Facebook and Twitter and all that kind of fun stuff, so feel free to like share the images up there. But something else that's kind of cool is we've got our let me see if I can find it here. Window capture, window is minimized. Let me pop that up. We've got on our Steam page, if you come in here and let me show you where these are. Let's see. Yeah, right here. You can see our kind of our community hub on our Steam page. Like if you go and you search for Pro Wrestling X at the Steam store, you'll find our link to our community page. And we've got these tabs kind of running all the way across where we've got our discussions, which you guys have probably seen. And then we've got the screenshots. And this has been really, really cool. This is where you cats have been posting some stuff. And this was the shot that I was talking about earlier. How amazing is this shot? This is right out of Austin 316 style. And I don't know if Xeron is on our chat or not, but if he is, cool. We appreciate the stuff, and he was even kind of putting in some captions. Can he reach the ropes and all that stuff? Let me adjust the cropping here so you guys can actually see the stuff here really quickly. But this was very exciting. We saw this. I saw this for the first time this afternoon, and you guys are rocking it out. These are all people are voting already, and it's like I said, it's really cool. You guys seem to be digging the blood, which is not anything surprising. But is this not like one of the creepiest shots you've ever seen? The eyes of a fallen wrestler, and that is absolutely true. So that looks tight. I think this was a drop kick in mid-action, like somebody's blocking it, and he kind of looks like it does. It looks exactly like an ankle lock. And yeah, this was kind of cool. Yep, this was the drop kick right in the kisser. Very well done. This is going to be obviously my sentimental favorite. The nut shot. It just the look on his face just like absolutely kills me. It cracks me up. And even, you know, what's kind of cool is, and what Dave was kind of referring to, I think he may have mentioned this earlier, but even some of the you know, because I think the Dragon Sleeper and some of these other, some of the mid drop kicks are kind of cool, but I think this is a really cool shot where you've got like this snarl happening, like kind of mid punch, and you're gonna start catching some things that that Alex has kind of, you know, snuck in there. I think it's really, really cool. This was one of my favorite shots. Kind of actually, I think it's easier to look at this way. And again, just kind of a really clever crop. And just, I said, it's not the blood and it's not the the Dragon Sleeper and some of the stereotypical stuff that you think of, but just like kind of a big, you know, kind of a looking up at it from that big boot. I just thought this is a really, really cool shot. This one was pretty fun. We've got two that are like, you know, coughing up blood, which cracked me up, or just having a really, really rough night. We've all been there. But yeah, I think these are all really, really cool. And it's kind of cool too that people were taking kind of some, you know, captures for us. We had edit options are quite good, but they need more options. I could not agree with you more, and that's going to be kind of down the road as we start building this out. We really wanted to make sure we had the mechanics all in place just to make sure that everything's good. But now that we're starting to feel better about how this stuff is looking and coming together, I would love to start adding more logos, more stuff, and that's where things are really going to start having fun. Yeah, the Dragon Sleeper is just a really, really cool shot. And like I said, it's kind of cool because you can start seeing the craftsmanship that Alex is putting into the work when you guys are kind of, you know, moving through the game really quickly. I mean, even just like kind of the detail in the boot, and just these little, I don't know, like you see, you know, it's tight. There's no loose controls here. I mean, there's going to be some stuff you guys are going to see along the way, but like I said, it's really, really starting to come together. I mean, this is kind of a cool shot. It's kind of an interesting effect when you kind of black out the ropes. You almost get a sense of like those, you know, barbed wire matches where they just completely remove the ropes altogether. And yeah, just kind of a cool shot. You know, a couple of mid stomps. This one kind of cracked me up because he's just lounging around a little bit. But again, you can kind of see this is kind of night and day. This was the original build. This one down here, this one goes all the way back to March. This was the original build, and you can just see the difference. And yeah, we've got, this was, you know, a lot more shadows, but it was soft. And boy, I just think this one looks. I just think it's night and day, the difference in the art and everything. It's really, really exciting to see how far we've come, just even in the past 3 months. So yeah, guys, I would definitely encourage anybody who's got the game, definitely take some time, have some fun, build yourself a custom ring. You know, get a really unusual ring. Don't use one of the stock rings. Get the yellow ropes, get the NXT stuff going, or something. And I mean, who knows? You might even be able to kind of, you know, get a screen capture and then Photoshop some other fun stuff in there. But by all means, share those screenshots. It's very, very exciting. We're looking out for them, and I'm keep an eye out on Twitter. I'm trying to check it a little bit more often. Anybody who follows me on Twitter kind of knows that I pretty much check it like twice a week. Usually on a Sunday pay-per-view, and then like Monday for Raw. I'm always live tweeting Raw, so I'm definitely checking it there. But I'm definitely going to check more often because, like I said, you guys are popping me big time with these screenshots. Like I said, this one is probably my favorite so far. But it's fun. It's a fun mode to play around with, and it just, I don't know, it just opens up more possibilities and more fun with the game. So yeah, exciting stuff. We can't, and especially as we start adding more stuff, and you guys are going to have a lot more combinations of things to play around with. I know right now we have a limited move set, and we have, you know, limited submissions and all this stuff. But as we start rounding this out, I can't wait to see the kind of stuff you guys are going to come up with, especially once we start getting things like our top rope moves and our back grapples and stuff. I just saw a preliminary animation of one of the back grapples, and it's turning out pretty tight. I mean, it's simple at this point, and that's why I don't want to show it off just yet until Alex kind of gives his blessing. But just kind of the basic, you know, switch around. Just you guys remember No Mercy, where you just came in and you know, you were able to you know, do the switch in an actual grapple. It's starting to, you know, it's starting to come together, and looking pretty tight. So let me do the made a boxing ring, one red pole and one blue pole. That's outstanding. I mean, that's the thing that's kind of fun, is if you're going through and you can start messing around with some of this stuff. I have a blast with it. And that's what's, I think, is kind of fun, is I have not, I mean, I can sit here and I can play this game for a while. Just because, like I said, I'm a sucker for this Cross X. I love this ring. This is probably my favorite. I think the blood red canvas is just such a cool backdrop. You don't ever get to see that. And we've got a couple of old PWX logos, I think, that would look really, really cool in that. Some of these are a little bright, and Robert is, again, he's just kind of dropping things in to give, you know, to give an example of some of this stuff. So by all means, go crazy with some of this stuff, because like I said, we've got a lot of different options here, and it's going to be fun to see what you guys come up with, especially when we start getting in the ability to kind of dump in your own logos and all that kind of stuff. We got to get our emblem X in here. You know, this logo doesn't do it for me, but I don't even know what this GA is. I think it's actually an analytics logo that we're probably not supposed to be using, but that'll just be our little secret. So yeah, gang, have some fun with it, and definitely show us what you got. Victor, I need this game. Hey, awesome. It's available on Steam for $9.99. Go check us out. Thank you to everybody. While I'm thinking about this, thank you to everybody who is leaving us positive reviews. Our reviews keep climbing up and up and up, and it's really, really helping us out. We're trying to kind of get all of those negative reviews not off the page, because we certainly deserved them at the time, but our development has come so far that we're really, really proud of where we're at now. And so I think all the reviews you guys have been leaving have been absolutely amazing. Everybody's been very, very supportive, and even if there are things that you guys are finding that you object to, you're being like really, really cool about it and saying, hey, if they keep up with this, and you know, things like you can see the potential, it really, really helps us out a ton. So thanks for all of that. Yeah, so it's probably going to be, like I said, I'm not going to subject you guys to me too much here tonight. I think in the next week or two, Robert is going to be working on some new stuff. Like I said, we're just kind of in the preliminary stages. For those who are kind of new or new to the broadcast or new to the game, we're kind of trying to build this. We're currently on early access on Steam, and so we're trying to gradually work our way up to kind of our 1.0 final deliverable. But our programmer is a total rock star, and he has outpaced our ability to do animations and art. Our boy Alex is an absolute god with this stuff, but he's got limited time and the craftsmanship that it takes to really make sure these animations are tight and think through everything. It takes a little while. And so what Robert, our rockstar programmer, is doing is coming up with other things that he can do in the meantime while he waits for art and animation. And the benefits of having a really bored programmer are things like getting our creator wrestler mechanisms built, getting our ring editor built. These were not things that we had we weren't even thinking about this for this 1.0 build, but now that they're in and he's bored, they look great. They're working great. We got to pretty them up a little bit, but that's okay. That's going to come down the road and do a final little sweep with art and all that kind of stuff. But like I said, the game is starting to feel really tight now. What is first, back grapples or aerial moves? I believe back grapples are up next. I really like aerial moves. Like I said, anybody who's been following these Twitch broadcasts know that pretty much my entire No Mercy offense was nut shots and top rope moves, and I would pretty much just spam that to death because I'm a terrible game player. So I obviously want aerial moves in as soon as possible, but Alex was a good sport, and he animated the nut shot for me, and he even got a little ding in there, and so that's great. And so I'm going to shut up now and let them craft some of the other stuff. And let's face it, back grapples is really going to start rounding some of this stuff out, the overall gameplay. Because if I am in this position right now that you're going to see me in where I'm behind him, it would be awesome to just grapple him and then drop a German or whatever. I don't know exactly what the first grapple move is going to be. Maybe that's going to be our next poll. In fact, yeah, Ralph, I kind of beat you to the punch on that one. I think that probably be our next poll. You guys voted up the Dragon Sleeper. Maybe we ought to... because I don't think we have any back grapple moves in the pipeline, so maybe that would be a good poll that we could throw up here in the next few days to see if you guys can vote. Start throwing me some ideas. My first instinct is always just like a sweet little German suplex, but I'm sure you guys have a lot of other moves up your sleeve that you guys can think of. There's any number of suplex variants. There's any number of oh, I don't know. I'm trying to think off the top of my head now. I think you could rock some kind of a backbreaker, like a code breaker type of a move. Yeah, start throwing out. Yep, even a simple backdrop would be fun. Yeah, if you got any ideas in chat. Yeah, I see. For me, German is the thing that makes the most sense. Not necessarily anything bridging, but even just like a throwing suplex like Brock has got or something. Although that may have to be saved for Grimhold, our power guy, because these guys aren't Tirador and Grasshopper. And these guys are more cruiserweight or you know, smaller type wrestlers, and so maybe like a big powerful German isn't really the most appropriate, unless again it's like a bridging suplex, something that isn't super high impact. But I don't know. Even you know, I was even a sucker for that back clothesline, you know, where the guy would just basically just dump the forearm right into his back, or you know, the top of the base of his neck or something. I always thought that would be good. Oh God, who said back rake? Games that I play. Oh man, I see. I wouldn't even put back rake in the poll because I know that would win. Yeah, because the punch to the back. Oh, a sleeper hold would be great. Like a rear naked choke would also be great. These are great. Okay, keep these coming. I'm writing these down with my pen that is not currently at my desk. All right, stand by here. Okay, here's a backup pen. Yeah, so I think that would be awesome to do exactly what we did for our first submission. I think letting you guys have a voice there would be pretty swank. And I'll have to, like I said, it's been a little while. My No Mercy, you know, terminology and all that stuff might be a little weak, so I can't remember off the top of my head. But okay, so back rake, back punch, back clothesline, sleeper hold. I think is a great idea. Yeah, because especially, okay, good. That is a really, really good point. That fact that we're going to have strong and weak slots open. We've already got that mechanism working. So you know, maybe our weak is that, you know, that back rake is a real simple weak strike kind of a deal. And then yeah, your strong grapple is like one of those big nasty Germans or something. That would be awesome. I love that idea. Oh, I'm writing down full Nelson. Yeah, I can be a Hercules Mark from back in the day. Or sorry, Master Lock for some of you younger kids. I think some of the other things too is even just rounding out, you know, kind of the ability to turn the guy over when he's knocked down. Those are just little basic things. Like if I have him in this position right here, which you guys will see in a second, if I could come in here and flip him over, and then like slap on a pin, or you know, dump the sharpshooter on him, I think that would be really cool. What we are trying to do, Joe, and Joe's question is there going to be one back grapple move initially, or will there be 3 to 4? I think in our 1.0 deliverable, what we're trying to do is demonstrate that the mechanics are working. So probably what we're going to end up, don't hold me to this, but I think what we're planning on doing is 1 weak and 1 strong for that back grapple slot. What we want to do is we want to be able to get this thing kind of to 1.0 stage and not be held up by having to craft 3 and 4 more additional moves. We want to be able to kind of prove that the mechanic is working, round out the rest of the game, and then be able to kind of call this 1.0 and then start promoting and making it a very grown-up big boy game that's on Steam. So that's not really considered early access anymore. So I think that's kind of the battle plan. Oh yeah, Bret Hart's Backbreaker. Love that. Well, I was even along those same lines, like Booker T's Sidewalk Slam. Of course, you know, the standard joke is there's, you know, pretty much every move in the game for one of the, was it one of the SmackDown games where the audio, like everything was a Sidewalk Slam. Sidewalk Slam. Yeah, I thought about the stroke. There's got to be like an actual wrestling name for that thing. I hate calling moves by like a trademark name. I mean, I think a tombstone pile driver has probably been kind of accepted that that's what that type of pile driver is, just because the Undertaker kind of made that one so famous. And you could probably make a case for like the stunner, because I always thought that was kind of like a face breaker or a face, I can't remember exactly what the scientific wrestling name is, but yeah, the stroke where you've got that, it's just basically a straight drop. And I think Ethan Carter the third on TNA, for those of you who still watch it, I think he does a move very similar to that. Reversals and counters, that's a really good question. That is a Dave question. Oh, thank you. Front Russian leg sweep. Thank you. See, this is why I like chat. You all are a bunch of wrestling nerds too, and I love it. More so even than I am. I like to be. I am nerdy, but I cannot do the full-blown in-depth stuff. But I like having. Oh no, I just got busted open because I wasn't paying any attention. Oh, that was brutal. We got double crimson masks going here. This is pretty sweet. I guess I should be paying attention to this match or I'm going to lose. Alright, I'll put him down. I'll put him in a submission here. Full Nelson Facebuster. That's also a good move. I'm writing that one down. Sorry, getting back to reversals and counters. That is probably going to be a Dave question. Basically, Dave kind of has it. I think what we'll probably end up doing is have something kind of like a rudimentary reversal and counter, probably based more on timing of the block buttons and all that stuff. We kind of have some of that in place right now. It's kind of hard to get it to work right because the timing has to be super precise. But as far as if that makes 1.0 or not, that's probably going to be a Dave call. Like what we're trying to do with 1.0, for those who haven't kind of seen us before, is we're trying to kind of make a really well-rounded but not especially deep game at first. Kind of get all the basic mechanics that you'd expect in a wrestling game working. Call it 1.0 and then just spend the rest of our time making it deeper. More moves, more game options, more match options, all that kind of fun stuff, and just make it, you know, kind of build in more of the fun. So all right, this is why you guys absolutely rock. Luchadors have some kind of a spinning toe. Oh yes, like a drop toe hold. That would be a perfect backdrop move, back move. Drop toe. It would be. I have to admit, it would be boring, because you know, doing a screen capture of a drop toe hold is probably not going to be like the, you know, true mark out moment. But these are all really, really good things that are going to come together eventually. Cobra Clutch, I was going to say that is going to be we're going to save that for a face down submission pose. Cobra Clutch Slam, I love that. Oh yeah, like, yeah, where he picks him up in the full Nelson. I think that was covered a little bit earlier. Yep, we got the background. How long does it take Alex to finish an animation? That is a really, really good question. I think from previous chats he said it's about a week, because the guy's got a full-time job, and then he's also got a wife on top of that, either a wife or a fiance. I can't remember which is which. Depending, yeah, don't quote me on that. Sorry, Alex, I don't know your relationship status yet, but he's got somebody to come home to, and so his hours are relatively limited. He gets some good throws at things when we're doing these Twitch broadcasts. He kind of saves some time where he can get an hour to just kind of work nonstop. But I think he has said that in the past that it takes him about a week to really craft that stuff. Now, obviously, some animations are more difficult than others, but I think he said that's kind of the general rule of thumb. That's what he looks for. Oh, I just got pinned. No, that's all right. Thank you, chat. Yes, fiance. Oh, Sting, Scorpion Death Drop. Come on, man. Why not? Anybody excited for the pay-per-view on Sunday? I am such a Sting mark. I will watch him wrestle. I loved watching him wrestle on Raw. I don't care. I know everybody's been out of shape about a 55-year-old wrestling, but I'm still a mark for him. So there. Games that I play, there's absolutely nothing wrong with being a lurker. It's totally cool. I talk too much. I'm having to do it here tonight, and I feel sorry for you guys. But so yeah, Scorpion Death Drop is another great back move. That's one of my favorites, actually. Oh, a bulldog, a straight up bulldog. That would be a good move where you just kind of just dump them, straight down. Yeah, games that I play says I only watch the pay-per-views. I never watch the TV anymore. Raw, I can only tolerate because of the New Day. And I'm going to tell you what, guys. New Day is absolutely killing it. Hit YouTube if you can. They are just killing it. There are websites and Tumblr blogs devoted to nothing but New Day GIFs. And it is the funniest thing ever, especially when he's busting out the trombone and playing the Final Fantasy Victory song. Oh, are you kidding me? Good stuff. Good stuff. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I can show you guys tonight. Fire me your last questions here, chat, and I'll answer them here. But I am probably going to wrap this bad boy up. Like I said, I wanted to show you guys the screenshot modes and all that kind of stuff here tonight, and I'm definitely expecting good things out of you guys. Don't let me down. Don't let me down. Oh God, Burning Hammer. Burning Hammer. Is that not one of the most fun? See, that's what would be fun, is you start doing all these moves that are actually banned. That gives us kind of a leg up on what WWE's got cooking. They'll never put that in their games. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. Is it in 2K 15, 16, 14, whatever the number they're up to right now? Is the Burning Hammer in there? Because I don't know if they would put moves that are banned in their actual wrestling league in the game itself. I don't know. But yeah, I'm a mark for that. So, God, we have a huge list here, guys. I'm going to talk to Dave tomorrow and see if we can't get... Slateboard confirms it's in the game, but they don't do it on TV. Okay, there we go. I'm going to talk to Dave about making this be our next poll, because I got to tell you that it's going to be the other poll that we're going to have, and I think we were talking about this earlier. In fact, I think Dave posted this to Facebook already as kind of an informal poll, talking about some good top rope moves. Oh God, Tiger Driver 91 is in the game. Wow. That's a hellacious move, but yeah, that's a sick one. Yep, yeah, that's okay. Cool. Thanks for the heads up on that. Like I said, I have not played 2K15 yet. I don't have the consoles, and I don't really have the desire. I am such a no mercy mark that. I just don't have any interest in playing these new games. They never feel right. They don't look right. So, yep, we got ourselves an ankle. Okay, you guys have given me a great list here. This is going to be awesome. I'm going to talk to Dave tomorrow and see if we get ourselves a poll going. Like I said, it's entirely possible that all this is for naught, that the back grapple is not up next, but I think that makes the most sense. And I think Alex has been working on some of those transition type things. So, Ric Flair's shin breaker. That's what I'm talking about. Especially if we start dumping in the figure four. That's what I'm down for. Sorry, guys. I've been having the same blank screen up here. This is probably the worst thing ever, but it's making you all dizzy at this point. So, sorry. PWX does not have a running power slam yet. These are all going to be things like I think... yeah, no running power slam yet. And I would love even just like a if you're talking about just like kind of the old Steve Williams style of power slam where he would run across the ring and then power slam him, or are you talking about you slingshot him off the ropes and then you give him a power slam, kind of like what Randy Orton does? Neither one is in the game currently, but we're working on it. John Xanadu, yes, the back rake has been mentioned, and that oh God, and you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. Oh God, atomic drop, Jesus Christ! See, you guys keep coming up with the good stuff. Yeah, the nut shot from behind is great. That's hilarious. Atomic drop, that is just a total classic move. Yeah, British Bulldog. Yeah, British Bulldog's power slam. Yep. Not in yet, but we're gonna get to them all eventually. I have a feeling you guys are going to be helping us determine order on some of this stuff. So, all right, gang, my voice is starting to go. I've been in a lot of meetings here today, and so my voice is already shot. It's not as bad as Dave's, thank God. But and again, sorry for having to put up with my solo voice the whole time. But many thanks for the back grapple move suggestions. That's going to be awesome. I'm going to try to get to that poll in the next couple of days. And again, for those who are new, ProWrestlingX.com. Sign up for our weekly email list. Pretty please. You get all the scoop on the game every week. We're on Twitter at ProWrestlingX. We're on Facebook, ProWrestlingX. There should be a little subscribe button somewhere around here on the Twitch interface where you can fave us, like us, all that kind of fun stuff. And just, yeah, keep sharing the love. If you've got some really epic screenshots, by all means, please share them to Facebook. Please share them to Twitter and all that stuff, and tag me in it at ProWrestlingX so that I can see all this stuff, and then probably get a good little retweet action and all that stuff going. And then, yeah, posting them up to our Steam page is awesome too. We mark out for these things. It was really, really fun. So thanks a lot, chat. We really, really appreciate it. And for those of you guys who are watching kind of on time delay, we definitely appreciate you guys tuning in too. It's fun broadcasting live, but like I said, we'll have more guys in it probably next week. So with that, cheers, and thanks a lot for all your support, guys. Really, really mean it. So talk to you soon. See ya.